Warning. The following may contain concepts, ideas, and/or reflections unique in nature and not yet approved by government and/or corporate entities. This content is for entertainment purposes only and is not intended to stimulate further reflection or to perpetuate additional discourse beyond the scope already outlined by institutional curriculum.
We don't need no education. Boom ba boom 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 ba boom boom boom. We don't need no thought control.
Okay.
Hey, teacher! Leave those kids alone, will you? Okay, go on. I just had to get that out.
Really? Did you have to?
Okay, I wanted to.
You wanted to. Well, and hey, great song.
Not bad.
Okay, settle down. I don't mean for you to like explode every time you get a compliment here.
But back in like 1980, there was a lot of different stuff going on that you could say, wow.
Yeah, okay. Go to your hippie colony and reminisce.
Hey man, how you doing? Yeah.
Hey, do you know what we're even talking about today?
No, you were trying to keep it all a secret.
No, I wasn't trying to keep it a secret, but because of what had transpired, just trying to get this stupid, audio interface working, it just spawned a thought. Something that you might know nothing about.
Well, there are good thoughts, and then there's bad thoughts, and then there's spawned.
That's what I mean. No, that's what I mean. This is what this has to do with is. Well, let's just get into the intro and then we'll explain. So it's going to be something like some assembly may be required. Let's go. Dude, are you ready? We're gonna get into it.
I am so ready.
So what do you think I mean by some assembly may be required?
I think if you buy yourself a little IKEA dresser or something.
IKEA is a good example.
Yeah.
Go on that. Riff on it, dude. Let's see you go.
I mean, golly, some
know
assembly is going to be required, or is this going to take like an entire day? And you're going to have to look at these instructions and read them over and over and over again.
No, but, okay, so this is like an amazing thing. I think that we've kind of gotten used to it in the modern era. But, like, could you imagine, like, bringing your toolkit to a
Monterey Pop Festival?
No, like to a Ford dealership or something, and just being like, well, okay, basically, we got most of what would be a car. You could possibly call this a vehicle. I don't know. It just needs a little tinkering before you're able to drive it off the lot.
AC?
Yeah, a little bit more than that. I think the pistons need to be installed before it's gonna fire up. But this concept, I think nowadays, it's amazing that the new generation has gone very adaptable as far as like something comes out of the package, especially when it is technology of some sort.
Technology.
And just be like, okay, well, I bought this computer,
printer?
and I'm gonna need to reinstall firmware, and then the firmware is not working from the website. Okay, well, I guess I'll just get into the source code of the HP. No, but it's a ridiculous, and of course, I should have put this at the front. This is basically just going to be a rant because I love ranting, and I also think that this is a subject matter that deserves one. We have shit that does not function out of the box, which from a classical sort of template. If someone was like, "Hey, man, I'm a fine cabinet maker," and you go, "Well, man, I love some cabinets," and he goes, "Okay, well, there's some pine planks."
I pre-drilled the holes and there's the screws, but you have to assemble it
You're
yourself.
like, I'm sorry. I thought that I was getting a full-blown cabinet from you because that's what you are supposed to be doing.
I'm selling you the concept. I've created this in my mind. I've got the blueprints and I've cut all the pieces. All you gotta do is assemble it, man. What's your problem?
But no, I mean we get, and then we have all these people running around troubleshooting products that they've spent hundreds and in some cases thousands of dollars for a product that then they're trying to troubleshoot out of the box to see if they could get it to run. It just seems ridiculous to me.
Should you lay on them that you bought that little Dell product that you had to basically after a few months, I think, bring it back? This is like brand new. And for some reason, the battery shorted out.
Oh, yeah. No, like,
But,
it was like, oh, yeah, battery.
This
yeah.
isn't really a consumer report sort of program.
But it is today. And
okay, we can go on now because I can endorse some things like I really like Skechers running shoes. I think they're putting a pretty good product.
Yeah, I'm not really I mean, okay, maybe I shouldn't. I have learned my lesson. I will never give you the green light for just an open air.
Okay. It's not open mic.
It's not like it because
within the confines of
assembly are required. It's a rant. It's not a positive review. We're not like bringing people products that they can purchase. This isn't like an endorsement of products, dude. We're supposed to be tearing these companies a new asshole.
Okay,
yeah, so get on board.
Which ones are we going to tear a new asshole?
I don't know, man. Think about it. You got nothing. You got nothing in the pipeline of complaints. You've been complaining your entire life, but suddenly now that you have a platform with ones or twos of views to get your message out there, you've suddenly clammed up and have nothing to say. Is that right?
Let me think about this because it's going to take me about 10 minutes. Why don't you start ranting and I'll start catch a wave.
Yeah. I'll start ranting big time because am I the only one who is finding that you're buying like top of the line shit, especially electronics, top of the line shit, and it doesn't work out of the box. And it's not something that is like, oh, and then they go, well, it's not a hardware issue, it's just a software issue. Well, hey, here's an idea. Maybe you get your software right the first time. I'm not a fucking computer engineer here. I'm like the consumer. It's supposed to work out of the box, not for me to be like trying to go through the cipher of
figure it out.
Okay, so what do? I uninstall the firmware, reinstall the update. Okay, but if I install the update too early and then I install this program actually doesn't actually work with Macintosh, even though it's supposed to be for Macintosh. Okay, let me go into a Reddit forum now, and I'm just going to see if I can, decode this. And these pricks are trying to say that they're, like, the vanguard of capitalism. Like, their products, which don't work.
Vanguard of intelligence and innovation.
Yeah, that don't work out of the box. That we're supposed to be, that need updates regularly. Why? Okay, here's another thing. Like, okay, so in specifics, we got this audio interface. This is where our beautiful voices are being transmutated and put into an algorithm that is then,
assimilated by the Mac.
But day one, I've had issues with it, and like, it's not a hardware issue. It's just a software issue. And it constantly will come up.
Well, why don't you name the product so,
Those poor Japs. Zoom is the product, but here's the thing. It's not that they're the only thing that has these problems.
No.
I mean, Apple. How many trillions? Like, isn't it like isn't it a $3 trillion market cap now on the stock exchange?
Really? Because
I
like in
think
2010, I think it was like $1 trillion.
Yeah, but I mean, money
they
is worth nothing.
Tripled their capitalization in that short
if not,
period of time.
I think it's close to $2 trillion. Either way, it's a lot. It's a hell of a lot of money, and like for writing, right? I'm using this word processor. I got basically a brand new, although it was a 1 year late model, like 2024 or whatever. Maybe it was a 2023.
Oh,
but,
yeah, it could have been 2023.
But still, it
was the only one in the shop.
It was but it was like
They had like neon lights, all like spotlight shining on this one laptop.
That's not the point.
Once you took it away, they had to turn the lights off.
That's not the point. The point is the other Mac I had before that then the screen went on, right? It had problems with the Word, with the word processor, with their version pages. It couldn't handle a certain amount of text.
Wasn't this a MacBook Pro?
I'm not a fast typer. I want everybody to understand. I'm not
like
out
a two-finger
here
guy.
Not a two-finger guy, but I'm not a stenographer. I'm not like, tabulating court documents or anything at like a record pace. All I am doing is writing at what I would consider a medium level, maybe even medium slow in some cases, right?
Yeah.
And when I am stopping because I'm getting like a symbol spinning around,
your processor
and this is not
can't
like
handle this so much input of data.
I got so upset. I just I just distorted the audio there. I was like, but dude, this hasn't happened once. This is happening all the time.
Right.
And there was recently an update, and it was running fairly smoothly, but recently it's been starting to get bogged down again. And now I'm like,
because you're pressing A and it can't compute what the letter A is.
There's a delay. All I've got open is I'm listening to music, okay? Listening to music, not rendering music. I'm listening to music and I'm writing. Those are the two functions that I'm doing. At a certain point, I thought, you know what? I'm going to listen to music on my phone and then I'm going to just do the writing. And it was still crapping the bed. How is that possible? How is it possible that kilobytes, like tiny little bits of information that make up a character, is too much for them to handle?
Like $1,800 US for this.
Well, it's a MacBook Pro, so like,
yeah.
But the other MacBook Pro had the same problem, so it can't be a hardware issue. It has to be a software issue, and this is where I'm talking about this idea of assembly required, or some sort of like, what, I'm supposed to like go through some Reddit forums or something and like figure out what their coding problem is, or what sort of update to kind of like pull out of the ether of the internet to make their multi-trillion-dollar company's product work.
Yeah,
now,
maybe
if
push
you
up to
are
the
defending
$4 trillion
that,
mark.
You can go straight to hell.
Yeah, it could be that they really want to train people to be on that volatile, we don't know what to expect. We can't expect quality assurance. And so, you're on the razor's edge, basically.
Yeah, but it's
hoping for the best.
It's nuts. It is insane.
Well, when you're laying out any sizable amount of cash for a product, you expect it to perform.
Even if I think in the old days, even with like old school cobblers, if you like bought a pair of shoes from a cobbler and they fell apart within like a month, you go back to the cobbler and be like,
is this normal?
No, you'd be like,
And
You
he
know,
goes,
I expect you.
yeah, once a month you're supposed to come in and get yourself a new pair of shoes. What's the problem?
What, you think I made the thing properly or something? Get out of here.
Yeah, the thread and the glue is not good. It's like,
Hey, it's a cheap product.
it's
Just
supposed to open up like a mouth every time you walk,
Take it up with your local
It's
congressman.
air conditioning.
No, but the thing is, like look at refrigerators, man. I remember talking to this one guy. He got like this Samsung smart fridge. I'll take on any of these companies, Apple, Samsung, you name it. Let's
I don't think
let's
Apple
go.
make fridges, but yeah.
No, before, dude. Use
Yeah.
your memory.
Okay.
And then right now it's
Okay.
Samsung. Okay?
Okay.
One at a time.
Fridges,
And
computers.
so,
okay.
he bought like a smart fridge. The thing like crapped out within like 2 years. He spent like I forget how much he said the fridge cost, but it was like something like crazy. It was in a nice neighborhood, and he said it was something like crazy, like $4,000 or something for this fridge, right?
So I guess it wasn't so smart.
It was still
So
under,
who's the dummy here?
No, but
that
it's
bought that smart fridge.
listen. It was still under warranty, but that's not the point. The point is when they were first making fridges, yes, there was all these dangers with them.
There was
There
a
was all
scary
these
time period in
No, but
human history.
There was different problems, but it was a new technology. But if you like fast forward like 20, 30 years from when the first refrigeration started coming out, those things were built like tanks.
I remember
even
back
if
in
they
the
like
70s, we had a fucking fridge, and I can't remember there being a problem with it. It's kind of like one of those electric can openers. You just put the fucking can there, you slammed it down, and the thing opened. You'd never, ever had a problem with an electric can opener. And there's a lot
Yeah.
of things like this.
No, I know. And so like I saw this one video that it was like they were comparing like different tools and be like, if you spend the right amount of money today, you know what?
The right amount.
If you spend the right amount of money,
He's
you could
taking
get
a
just
shot
as
right
good a
now.
quality because we're advancing so fast. Forget a fucking wrench. First off, the fact that you're like rating society on a fucking wrench is ridiculous. Okay?
That wrench is going to take us to the moon.
Dude, literally a wrench is something that like a dark ages fucking blacksmith could create. We're talking about
Oh, good.
Dude,
comes out of his cave.
Dude. We're talking about something that has two flat sides on it.
Right.
Okay? Like when people are like, "Oh yeah, technology's improved so much." What the fuck are you talking about? It's two flat sides to grab something. It's not rocket science. The fact that you're having to justify that this thing with two flat sides doesn't like snap in half is like a ridiculous argument because it's like something so simple, right? It'd be like someone saying like, "Oh, a horseshoe. Well, look at this horseshoe. If you spend $500 on this horseshoe, it's a horseshoe."
It's going to last 2 years instead of the
Yes, it is a semicircle in metal.
one. In the shape of the horse's shoe.
We're not talking about this. Isn't like fucking like fine artistry making like watches and stuff. And I'm not saying that they can't make them, but also at the same time, I would say that the fine watches that are like 10 grand or so that are built today, while they are still well built, and I'm not saying
Maybe
that
they need
they're,
servicing though every month.
well, who knows, right? They'll put like one nylon fucking gear in there, and it'll fucking wear out within a month. But here's the thing.
Take it to your local Rolex dealer once a month and get it
Yes,
serviced.
you
What
cannot
is your
afford to
problem?
service it. What is wrong with you? You can't get your Rolex serviced. You're a big shot, eh? But you can't get that done. So here's the thing: is that yes, they've got that, but the fact that they were building these same watches before, all the templates of watch manufacturing is all there. So while it's like super impressive, I'm more impressed with the people from another era which didn't have any sort of machining or computer assisted machining or any of this other shit that were making these fine, really precise parts. I'm more impressed with them sorry to say,
Right.
not as impressed with today, especially when you have something that works, right? You
But you
already
got
have
to be
a working
impressed
model.
with the people that are able to say 0011 0011 001 001 into infinity. You have to be impressed with these people. They're computer programmers.
I don't have to be impressed. That was pretty loud, but I don't have to be impressed. I had to look to see. I didn't know. From
I
my
think
own ear.
I broke the sound barrier.
Yeah. But here's the thing is I'm not saying this to say that everything that you're doing is shit, but at the same time
Couldn't it
make
at least be 50%
make your
50%
product
good?
but make the product fucking work. This is at a certain point people have to start like putting their foot down, being like, I'm not troubleshooting something new that I just bought. I'm not putting together some fucking cheap particle board that I just bought from IKEA. Eventually you have to go, you know what? It's not worth it. It'd be better to get like a solid built fucking nightstand than some particle board piece of shit that you're having to put together yourself. You get a tiny little bit of moisture on this thing and it swells and fucking blows apart. I mean, what are we doing? It's like we're running.
What are we doing?
We're running
This
around.
is crazy.
We're running around in circles, and
Like
we're
little dogs trying to catch tail.
like little tiny puppies.
Doesn't
We're
make
not
any
making
sense. This is nonsense.
We're not making any progress, and eventually you're going to have to pull your head in the out of your ass.
Are we going to end it like that?
Well, we
Da,
could.
da, da. Pull your head out of your ass.
Well,
Thunderbolts
I
and
think-
lightning, very,
let's,
very
let
frightening.
actually, because we always run late. Let's leave it.
Okay.
Let's actually leave it here because I think we should have like one shorter one just for, because I mean,
Just to see that we can do it.
yeah.
I
But
feel very
yes.
German today. I don't know why.
Because you're drinking beer. And
Ah,
makes
yeah,
you-
beer makes you feel more German. I get this now.
No, but this camera that I'm using here. This
It's
just
a work of
relax.
art.
Just relax your fucking enthusiasm for a bit.
Curb
Okay?
my enthusiasm, you mean.
Yes, and shut up. Okay, so that camera that I have there, don't say anything, is I think about maybe 15 years old, right?
Yeah.
And as it is, I mean, I don't know how old the battery is, but the battery is still holding up not too bad.
We had it on the boat for 2 years, and then you went and fetched it.
Yeah.
And we brought it back, charged it up, and this fucking battery is still like holding the charge.
It's insane. If you
Yeah.
look at some of the older products that people were buying, like when it was actually like good product, it's insane how, okay, I've never had a corrupted video file on this camera ever.
Right.
And, you know, even though I own stock,
Tip our hat to Japan.
even though I own stock in GoPro,
Right.
but
But you also own stock in Sony,
yeah,
didn't
but
you?
well,
Or
yeah,
did
but
you
I
sell on-
whatever. That's
You
the
have to
point
tell
is-
the people
no, the point,
what your
shut,
portfolio.
Shut up. The point I'm making is not what my stock portfolio is. The point I'm trying to make is in full disclosure, even though I own that GoPro stock,
Right.
I'm still looking at it and going, I've taken video with the GoPro,
Right.
and that fucking shit has corrupted. Why did it
Oh.
corrupt? What happened? Well, yeah, when we went on that bike trip. Like there was a few videos that we
Right.
took in that, and then they were corrupted. They were just like unrecoverable.
Oh,
What
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but what I'm
Because
saying
I
is,
don't do
yeah,
these
okay,
kind of
you
stuff.
don't do it, so let me do the talking. then.
Okay, I this is new to me.
Congratulations, it's new to you. Let me fucking get my sentence out.
Okay.
So the point is that this old camera that is should be like on its last legs in prehistoric is actually way more solid than this new technology, which, yeah, sometimes it takes a great camera video, and other times it just craps the bed, and then you lose all of your video, right? And I want to live in a world of consistency. When I buy a product, like if I buy a knife, I want to be able to use that knife and be able to cut things every fucking day, not the first 10 uses and then it starts crushing my tomatoes into a tomato puree because it's dull as fuck because it's made out of a cheap fucking soft metal. You should know what I'm talking about now, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right?
My mind is going to the terrorists and the box cutters and what happens if those box cutters didn't work on 9/11. But
man,
anyways,
you always do this at the end of the video. You always have to come up with like these things that are like unrelated to what I'm giving you like slow. I'm giving you like slow pitches that you just can pitch back to me, being like, "Yeah, I know what you're saying." And
yeah,
instead,
man.
you're talking
no,
about
I really get that.
terrorists
man.
with box cutters.
No, I mean, what happens? Yeah, it is what it is, man.
Next time, just one beer, I think, for you, because I don't. I think there's a happy medium between loosey goosey and tight as nun's butt, and you're like, you need to be in the happy medium because
Figure out the.
right now it's like all over the place. But anyways, that's fine.
It's all good, man.
At least you're not making any products. Otherwise,
Who
man,
knows
you'd
what
have
that
some,
would be
You'd have
like.
some problems with me.
I'd have a lot of recalls.
Okay, let me just sum it up, and then
Sure.
you can do like your wave and goodbye and all that. What I want to say is that, especially if there's a young person that might watch this, there was a time when you bought a product, if it didn't work out of the box the way it was supposed to, it was shit, and you returned it.
Defective.
Okay? You did not try to fix the thing that you had just purchased. And this is where I'm like, my mind is kind of blown that people are so ready to just accept that things could be brand fucking new, expensive, and then require all of these updates. How about you update the product that I'm purchasing in store, and when I buy it,
It's
it
ready to
just
go.
works, right? How about that? It just works. When I buy a vehicle off of the lot, I don't have to put oil in it and coolant. I can drive it off the lot. I just gave you 35 fucking grand for a new vehicle. How about it just fucking works, right? How about when I buy a computer, it's just ready to go, right? I know that I may seem like jaded or pissed off, but it's
Yes, 'cause
because
you are.
yes, and it's because I expect a hell of a lot more for things that should be like, I guess the worst thing is being overcharged for something and then
Underserved.
underserved, and especially when you're ending up trying to figure out something that you shouldn't be working to try to figure out. It should be the job of the software engineers at that company to be doing all of this legwork for you.
Right.
And it's amazing how much legwork, how much mental legwork, and like I'm saying, like, kudos to the people out there figuring stuff out, adding like, Reddit forums of like, hey, this is how to fix this problem, or if this comes up with you, this is how you uninstall the driver, reinstall it here. Kudos to you guys. That's great. But you shouldn't have to be doing that. That should be the company doing that. And if you are doing it, you should be paid for your services. You shouldn't be just providing this shit for free. And the more that we provide this shit for free, they just get used to this, where they put out some like half-ass product and then just expect people to volunteer their time. What is this, a fucking charity where we're like operating on a charity service, providing our time, our expertise, our manpower for these multi-billion-dollar, in some cases trillion-dollar companies? That's insane. Let's get fucking down to earth and real.
All right.
And
Bye-bye.
I think that's how we'll end. Later, guys.